You know that feeling of words sitting heavy in your throat that need to be spoken, but the gravity of the moment makes you feel inadequate or even afraid to say anything? Well, I imagine that's how Abraham Lincoln must have felt when he spoke these words at Gettysburg in November 1863. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated to the unfinished work which those who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is for us, the living, to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. Now, almost no one remembers the names of the soldiers who died at Gettysburg, but does that mean that they died in vain? The answer is no. The lives we have today are a direct consequence of the actions and efforts of those who came before us. Their names may have been forgotten like words scratched on a shoreline that have been swept away by the waves. And it's so humbling and, dare I say, discouraging that it only takes about 2 generations to be forgotten, that all of the effort we made at having good relationships, at being an upstanding employee, to having a good reputation, all of it lost. So why even bother? Why not just milk this life for all the sensory pleasures and the self-enrichment and the like? Here's why. Do you remember the fable of the goose and the golden egg? We can nurture the goose and maintain a steady supply of golden eggs, or we can kill the goose and try to get all those golden eggs only to find none, and to have destroyed the only means for getting more golden eggs. Loving people create. People without love destroy. So the great task before us is building a better world for ourselves, for our children, and our grandchildren. And that's not just about financial prosperity or possessions. Those things are nice. But at the end of the day, the future must be built on virtue. A community or society full of selfish and vile people is miserable regardless of the economics. And I invite you to look through a cemetery. Just take a walk through. See how many epitaphs read loving mother, beloved son, and similar kind of statements. I've never seen an epitaph that read, he had the most luxury cars in town, or she was filthy rich. We're living in a storm of selfishness and rudeness and decay. And that comment is not aimed at any one person or group of people. We are all guilty as charged. But brothers and sisters, our boats are on the choppy seas of a world that wants ease and pleasure and self-enrichment. But a life worth living demands that we keep our hand on the rudder of virtue and to steer through that storm with resolve. Our heroes of genuine character didn't become that way through laziness and gluttony. Day after day after day, they kept their hand on the rudder, aimed at a better destination. That is to say, a world they may never get to see, but you and I would. Do we owe the next generations any less than what was given to us? Our ancestors' sacrifices, remembered and forgotten, large and small, witnessed and unwitnessed, those are what made today possible for you and for me. Our lives are lived between the waves. And yes, our names may get erased by the next wave. But that doesn't make our efforts for what is right and good and true and beautiful any less imperative. Keep your hand on the rudder of virtue, and let's all stay committed. See you in the funny paper.